This is an L sample answer. Keep practicing to build confidence. To try a mock test with these questions, watch our mock test video. Let's start off by talking about museums. Do you like visiting museums?
Yes, I enjoy visiting museums because they offer a chance to learn about history, art, and different cultures. Museums are great places to see unique artifacts and exhibits, which makes learning much more interesting.
What kind of museums do you like to visit?
I mostly enjoy art museums because I love seeing different styles of paintings and sculptures. I also like science museums because they often have interactive displays that make complex ideas easier to understand.
Do you think museums are important in society?
Yes, I think museums are very important. They help preserve culture, history, and knowledge, making it accessible to everyone. Museums also educate people, allowing them to understand the world and its past better.
Have you ever visited a museum in another country?
Yes, I visited the Louvre Museum in Paris a few years ago. It was an amazing experience because I got to see famous pieces like the Mona Lisa and ancient sculptures. Visiting an international museum was interesting because it gave me a glimpse into French history and culture.
Would you like to work in a museum?
I think working in a museum would be fascinating, especially if it involves learning and sharing knowledge about exhibits. It might be rewarding to guide people and help them appreciate different pieces of art or historical artifacts.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe a time when you gave advice to someone. You should say, who did you give advice to? What was the advice? Why did you give the advice? And how was it helpful?
A time when I gave advice was to my younger cousin, who was feeling stressed about choosing a college course. He was interested in several fields, like business, environmental science, and technology, but couldn't decide what to study. I advised him to think about his strengths and passions and imagine what he'd enjoy doing daily in the future. I also suggested he speak to people working in fields he liked to understand what those jobs were really like. I gave him this advice because I could see he was overwhelmed and needed guidance. I'd gone through a similar experience at his age, so I wanted to share what had helped me. I knew that making a well-informed decision would make him feel more confident and prevent future regret. He followed my advice and spoke to a few professionals, including a family friend who works in environmental science. These conversations helped him get a clear idea of each career and allowed him to picture himself in those roles. After a few weeks, he decided to pursue a course in environmental science because he felt passionate about making a positive impact on the planet. He later thanked me and said my advice had been very helpful. He felt much more at ease with his choice, and I could see he was excited about his path. Knowing that my guidance had a positive impact made me feel proud and happy to help him.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move to part 3. We are going to continue to talk about advice. Do you think giving advice is easy?
I think giving advice can be easy if you know the person well and understand their situation. However, it can also be difficult because you want to make sure the advice is helpful. Sometimes it's hard to be objective, and people might have their own ideas, so they might not always accept advice. That's why it's important to think carefully before offering advice. A good approach is to listen first and make sure your advice matches their needs.
What kind of advice do parents give to their children?
Parents often give advice to help their children make good choices and succeed. They usually encourage their kids to study hard, respect others, and be responsible. Many parents also advise their children to be careful with money and make wise spending decisions. Additionally, they may guide their kids on how to stay safe and make healthy decisions in life. This advice is often based on the experiences parents have had themselves.
Do you think people often follow the advice given to them?
I think it depends on the person and how much they value the advice they receive. Some people are open to suggestions and appreciate guidance from others, especially if they trust the person giving the advice. However, others might be more independent or feel that they need to make decisions on their own. In many cases, people listen but may still choose to follow their own path.
That's the end of the speaking test. Good job.